How's it going today? This is Chase Eskin with the ChallengeDac project, and I'm here today to give you guys your weekly AMA and answer any questions we have from the community, and then also go over what we've been working on as far as development and building the project and building the community. So, hope everyone's having a good Saturday, enjoying themselves, and ready to learn a little bit about what we're doing at the Challenge EOS project. So, yep, like I said, happy Saturday. And let me go ahead and close my window. It looks like they're doing a little bit of work outside, but we've had a busy week for ChallengeDac. We've been having the community reach out to a number of exchanges. This week we reached out to the Kraken exchange, and then we've reached out to the Bitfinex exchange, and the community has made a big has organized a big campaign to reach out to both of those exchanges and show the support that we have in our community to see those exchanges get listed. And then other than that, we have currently we're working on development of some new features. One feature is giving people the ability to reply to comments in the challenges directly. So, right now when you make a comment on somebody's challenge, your comment goes straight to the top. But now we're going to have the ability to let people, if you're trying to reply to somebody, you can reply to them directly below their comment. So it's kind of like a thread, like a comment thread. And we're also we're also adding some content moderation tools. So the ability to block users. So if there's a user on challenge and you don't want to see their content anymore, we're giving you the ability to block them. And we're also putting in the ability to report people. So if there's somebody on challenge that's a malicious user, then we have the ability to let you report them to us. And so those are the two things we're doing right now. We actually have to do those in order to get Google Play compliant. In case you guys haven't noticed, our link isn't live anymore in the Google Play Store. But once we get those two things resolved, which we're hoping to do in the next week or so, we should be back up on the Google Live Play Store. And we are having the legendary City Mills jump in right now, so let's see if we can get him on. And him and I will kind of talk about, like we just were, the developments of the project, and most importantly, taking questions from anyone in the community, because we want to keep you guys engaged, and we want to make sure that you guys have all your answers to questions that you may have answered, and that's what we're here for. So let's see. I know that City Mills is about halfway across the world, so sometimes it takes a second or two for him to connect, but I think he should be on here any second. So we'll give it a second. And I was just highlighting some of the big developments this week. I think we made major progress in contacting those two big exchanges that I mentioned, the Kraken exchange, and then the challenge, Kraken exchange, and then Bitfinex. So if you guys have been using the Challenge EOS Hello, yep. Hello to you too. So, if you guys have been using the Challenge EOS app, you've noticed that there's been about 3 challenges uh, that are organized to contact Bitfinex. I know I put a challenge up on LinkedIn to have people tag their CEO and then tag them on a post that we made, um, putting them on notice that, we want to see CHL listed on their Bitfinex. And we did the same thing with Kraken too. And, each challenge got, 40, 50, 60, maybe 100 participants. So those are hundreds of people reaching out to these exchanges and asking them to list CHL, which is big. And the way that we organize that is much more efficient than you know uh, about anything else you can do. So that's really the big innovation with Challenge EOS. ChallengeDac is the ability to create a challenge, put up a little bit of crypto reward for the challenge, and then be able to organize, dozens, hundreds, even thousands of people around your idea or cause uh, through using crypto. So, you know, we've been using a little bit of crypto, but obviously, the more crypto that you use, then the more likely people are to participate in your challenge. And so we other challenges that we did is my friend is a bulldog breeder, and he has a Facebook, or he has an Instagram page called the Frenchie Factory. And it just so happened that about a week or so, he gave me a T-shirt of his to be nice. So to return the favor, I made a challenge for people to comment on one of his Instagram posts on his dog breeding Instagram. And I think it looked 40, 50, 60 people responded and let him know how good looking his dogs were. So so that's just another example of what challenge can be used for. And I didn't even tell him that we were going to run the challenge on that. So next time I see him, I'll say, hey, did that one post of yours on Instagram do better than normal? And then I'll explain challenge to him. So it's really I was talking to some of the tech team, and I think some of the most useful ways of using challenge are yet to be discovered. We're constantly figuring out ways that we can use it to benefit our project and our token through challenges where we're asking exchanges to list us, or through having people respond to Twitter threads and that sort of thing. So and also I saw earlier this week where City Mills, he he gave out some challenge tokens to have people like his Instagram post. So he had a good Instagram post, and it looks like he got more people to like it through using challenge. So speaking of City Mills, it looks like we're having some issues getting him on. He requested to go on twice now, and it looks like we haven't got him on. So let's see. I see one more request here, and let's see if we can get him on now. So hopefully this time it goes through, because our weekly AMAs are just not the same without our African lead, City Mills. So I have my fingers crossed, and hopefully we can get him on this challenge here. And this Instagram live. So it looks like he's trying to log on, trying to get on, but hopefully it'll go through sooner or later. So, this is just kind of an overview of everything we've been working on. We did the Bitfinex Blitz. That's where we did a challenge to try to get a correspondence with Bitfinex through a series of challenges: a LinkedIn challenge, a Facebook challenge, and a LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. And they were all directed at Binance and Bitfinex, and all of them had a lot of people who participated in them and showed their support to see CHL get listed on that exchange. And we did the same thing a couple days earlier this week with Kraken, and they actually did get back to us. So we had a challenge where we had people tweet at Kraken and say, hey, when are you guys going to list CHL? We want to see CHL. And they actually did get back to one of our users. I think, gosh, what was his username? I want to say something laptop 1234. And he made a video on one of their tweets, and he was basically asking Kraken, hey, when are you guys going to add CHL? And they got back to him. They said, hey, if we add a new token, we'll let you know. So we gave him a tip on the challenge app for being able to get a response from Kraken. And, a lot of these exchanges like Bitfinex and Kraken, we believe they do have some CHL tokens from the airdrop. I believe those exchanges held, I believe they have some, CHL from our airdrop. For the guys, or for people who don't know, we did an airdrop to the entire Genesis snapshot of EOS right after mainnet launch, and I believe exchanges like Bitfinex and Kraken had CHL as a result. And it looks like, unfortunately, they never distributed them to their users, which we were hoping they would do, because that's who we meant to send them to, and that's who we wanted them to have. OKEX did distribute or give a chance for their users to claim their tokens, and I know a lot of people who held EOS on OKEX were able to get their tokens off of the exchange and use them. Unfortunately, they never opened up market for CHL, but they at least gave the people the opportunity to claim their CHL tokens, which it looks like Bitfinex and Kraken haven't. So we say, give the tokens to their customers. That's who they were meant for. And even better yet, put open market on them so people can at least trade them and maybe buy more, sell what they already have, and support a great project with great technology like Challenge EOS. So ChallengeDac, Challenge EOS. But hopefully the fourth time is the charm here, getting City Mills on the live stream here. He must have a bad connection here. So let's see if we can get him on, because like I said, these AMAs are just not the same without him. So, and on my screen here, it just says, waiting for City Mills to connect. He's our African lead, and he is a big part of the project. It helps us do a lot of behind the scenes organization stuff, and is always kind of our the project's right hand man when it comes to organizing the project, keeping up to date with people's questions, and then helping us with new code and new features, and marketing. So he is someone that is very helpful when we do these AMAs, because I can only add so much. So, and then now I'm sending him a request. And for all those who don't know, we typically reward everyone on the stream. So if you're on the stream right now, then we want to give you a CHL reward. And typically, what we do is after this live stream, City Mills usually posts a challenge, and he says, "Hey, if you were at today's ChallengeDac AMA, then show proof through a screenshot or whatever, and we'll reward you some CHL tokens." And then we usually give more tokens if you ask a question. So we want to encourage people to ask questions, and that's how we do it. So that's the magic of CHL. It gives you the ability to influence people to do all sorts of things, from liking an Instagram post to retweeting something to asking questions on an AMA. And it took us over 2 years to build this technology, and it's really cool to see it starting to be used, and more importantly, starting to be understood. And we believe we're on the pathway of people understanding it and adopting it, and we hope that it starts to take off and starts to grow, and helps make people some cryptocurrency. Is a way where people can earn some easy cryptocurrency, and is a way that people can also use their cryptocurrency to influence people to do different things that they need done or like to see done. So that is that's kind of the core mission of Challenge, is to give crypto a tool to be used to promote ideas, products, causes, what have you. So, yep. And normally we don't have this much trouble getting City Mills on, but unfortunately, and thank you for everyone who've waved at me. Hope you guys are doing well. But for some reason, City Mills looks like he is having a hard time getting on this AMA. So who knows why? But it looks like we got a few users or a few people on the stream right now. Thank you, everybody who is watching. If anyone has any questions, you can start dropping your questions in now, and I'll try to answer them for you. So it's always nice when we get questions from our terrific community. So let's see here. And it looks like we're trying to get him back one more time. Hopefully this time works. So yeah, it must be a poor connection on my side or his side, because normally we don't have this much issue trying to connect. So who knows what's going on. And so yeah, those were the big news. Big news for this week was organizing campaigns directed at those exchanges, and then, like I said, we're continuing with our development. We're adding moderation tools in the Challenge EOS application, and we were also adding a few other features like the ability to reply in a thread, and we're also going to put a way of categorizing different challenges. So we might have like like a tab for different sorts of challenges, maybe a tab for Twitter challenges, a tab for Instagram challenges, a tab for geo challenges. So as our network grows, we are needing more and more ways of, or is going to help users for us to have a way of organizing the different sorts of challenges on the platform. So, and that's one thing that's pleasing, is to see the amount of challenges grow. So it seems like every day if you go on blocks.io and you look under our smart contract, which is challenge you, just the word challenge and then then you can see all the new accounts that are getting created. And every day, I mean, there's some days there can be 20, 30, 50, I think maybe 100. We've had days where we've had up to 100 downloads. At the minimum, we have a couple downloads every single day, and that means that we're growing, and we are having gaining more users, and our network effect is growing, and which is very pleasing. And I don't want to disclose any conversations that I've had unless I know the other parties are okay with it. But I was talking to a big exchange, maybe one of the biggest, if not the biggest, exchange not too long ago, and they were talking to us about their project. They were interested in our project, and they said, "Hey, it looks like no one else is doing what you guys are doing. You guys are, pretty much pioneering whatever you're doing here." And out of all the thousands of different crypto projects there is, no one is pretty much doing what we're doing. So I thought that was nice to hear, because the person I was talking to was definitely in a position to know that, and they had a pretty good pulse on the crypto scene. So it was, so that I think that's a good sign that we're in an innovative space, and we're not doing something that everyone else is doing, because how many different exchanges are there in the world? There's thousands, and there's lots of swaps. There's lots of different content monetization. Things like Steam It, even, where people earn crypto for posting content. But there's not anything quite like us, where we let people put in a simple or create challenges, pretty much put them into a smart contract, and then put them in a position where they can start rewarding people that they choose who fill out their or carry out their challenges. So this is a real bummer that I'm not able to get City Mills on, because normally we have more viewers when he comes on. So he's always got good input. He's working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I'm not aware of a lot of times. So it's good to have both of us on here. And let's see here if we can get him on here. Maybe he's got a bad network. Who knows? But exciting times in crypto. I mean, last time I checked, Bitcoin's getting close to 40,000. And this is a time when crypto is thriving. People are taking interest in it. And for someone like myself, who has now been around in the space for about 5 years. Yeah, it's been about 5 years that I've been an active trader. And there was a few years before that where I had understood Bitcoin, but I just hadn't bought any. And in fact, there was a time when I was in college, and I had known about Bitcoin, but my problem was I was a broke college student and I didn't have any money, and I was having a hard time figuring out how to buy Bitcoin. But anyways, I had a friend, in fact, a teammate. I used to wrestle at Arizona State, and there was a teammate of mine who was a computer science major. I was a psychology major. I wasn't a computer science major, and I knew that he knew quite a bit about computers, and I said, "Hey, man, have you heard about mining Bitcoin? It'd be, maybe if we could mine some Bitcoin on the computer labs, then we could get ourselves some Bitcoin." I thought that'd be a great way of getting some Bitcoin without having to pay for it, and even better yet, being able to use the school's computers to mine the Bitcoin. So, long story short, we weren't able to do it because every night the computers wiped the system or wiped any software that was running on it. So, but we tried, and it would have been nice to collect some Bitcoin back then. And I think back then in the that would have been 2013, 2014, you would have been able to mine Bitcoin with some computers, and we were trying to get them to run on all the computers in the computer lab, and who knows, maybe we would have been able to get some Bitcoin. But I eventually didn't get around to getting any until I got myself a Coinbase account, and Coinbase made it so easy where I could finally start accumulating some Bitcoin. And I don't think that was until late 2015, early 2016, and then ever since I started putting money in Bitcoin, I just been pretty much married to the crypto industry, and went from being a speculator to now being a somebody who is helping create technology. So, and it's been amazing to see Bitcoin and cryptocurrency gain as much traction as it has in the last 4 or 5 years. So, crazy to think. I think the first Bitcoin that I started buying was around $400, and then to see it go up to $40,000 and see that something has gone up 100x in just over 4 years is pretty incredible, and kind of shows you the power of this space. And and it's crazier still to think that it was only 10, 11 years ago, this whole industry, which just broke $1 trillion not too long ago, is over $1 trillion. So yeah, unfortunately, it looks like City Mills has a poor connection. He said he'll go ahead and, like he always does, reward any users that ask questions. And so I haven't heard any questions yet. I know you guys have some, so if you guys have questions, please drop them down below, and the legendary City Mills will reward you for doing so. And so, yeah, any questions at all, please please ask me. And if I don't know the answer, City Mills he'll be able to answer you. And we got a a busy week this week, and City Mills says, "Nice haircut, bro." Yeah, it's I went to buzz it, but I kind of wasn't even, so I just shaved the whole thing, and really it's I don't have a whole lot to cut anymore. I'm losing my hair, so pretty much all I can do now is just go ahead and shave it, because even when it grows out, there's not much to shave. So I think I'll just keep going with the bald head look. So yeah, but any questions, will let us know. Like I said, doing new development, adding new features. looks like City Mills has a question. When will the Challenge EOS app be available to download? So it's available to download right now in the in iOS. Like I said earlier in the video, Google contacted us. Google Play contacted us and said, "Hey, you guys are like a social media uh, app, if you will, and we require all social media apps to have give people the ability to block and the ability to report malicious users. That's just their policy." So we said, okay, that makes sense. So right now our team is working on a way of being able to allow users to block and report malicious users, and and we want to stay compliant with Google Play. We understand that probably the majority of our users come from Google Play, so we're hoping the next week we'll be compliant and we'll get back up on Google Play. And I know a lot of people are worried about crypto purges. They hear a lot about different apps being taken down from the App Store. So we are working on backup methods in case say in the future Apple and Google decide they no longer want to list crypto projects. We are working on methods of still being able to give you guys access to this software without being dependent on those two big mobile stores. And we're doing that through an APK file that we can put on our website, and and then also potentially a web login. So those are the things that we're working on, and we're just continually working on our code. How's it going? Hi guys. Hello. Hope you're doing well. So we'll making our software better and keeping improvement going, and making better software for you guys. And I think that's the key to our growth, and pretty much what you have to do to be in the software game. And so we're going to continually work to make our software better, and a lot of that comes from getting feedback and asking users what they like, what they don't like, and going from there. So any more questions? What kind of questions do we have? We might have to increase the question reward. So if someone asks a question, we might give you a big reward, just since everyone's being so quiet. Typically we get lots and lots of questions. Maybe it's because City Mills isn't on the line. Maybe people feel more comfortable when he's on the line. So who knows? But it looks like we do have sort of a question. I want to see CHL on an exchange. Yeah. So I think we all do. The whole community does, because we understand that being on an exchange pretty much gives the token value and liquidity, and it's important for our growth. The more valuable the CHL token becomes, the more all things being equal, the more value project gains. So it's important. But we're going to continue to have challenges where we're pretty much calling out exchanges and saying, hey, why don't you guys list CHL? And the reason we do that is because a lot of these exchanges were given CHL. We airdropped CHL to them. So we'd like to see them list the token. And we got another question. So what makes a ChallengeDac unique? So what makes Challenge unique is that it is a probably the world's easiest smart contract platform. And what we do is we allow people to make their custom challenges. And how that works is we let people for free create a challenge, enter as much cryptocurrency into that challenge as they want, and give instructions on what they need people to do to receive the rewards in that challenge. And that is, we believe an incredible tool to organize people around an idea, organize people around an idea, a cause, whatever you can think of. Basically, I've talked about some of the challenges this week. I talked about so sorry if I left you guys there. So it looks like I might looks like I could have a little bit of a bad response or bad connection there too, but it looks like I'm back. So sorry for the interruption. And yeah, so the just giving people the ability to organize people around an idea, and is what makes her special. Because really, I was listening to Michael Saylor. He's become a famous Bitcoin investor now, and basically he says, all crypto is energy. Cryptocurrency like Bitcoin is energy, and in a sense it is. And we let people harness the energy of their crypto and use it to fuel different things that they want to do. So if you want to have people like your Twitter posts, if you like to see people make a video about a certain subject, whatever, you can take the cryptocurrency inside the Challenge app and use it to influence people to do things that you choose. So it's a way to influence people with cryptocurrency to do different things that you like to see done. And really as much imagination as you can be, as creative as you want to be with Challenge. We give people the ability, you can put up about a paragraph long of different instructions, and you can include links, and you can say, hey, I want you to go to my Twitter account, and I want you to retweet my tweet and say X, Y, and Z. Down below, people put in the questions or put in their proof. It's up to the challenge creator to decide who they want to reward and not want to reward. And if you're somebody that doesn't reward people, then you can get a low rating. And likewise, if you're somebody who cheats, who doesn't put in good rewards or good proof, if you're somebody that cheats and tries to use other people's proof, and you can also get a low rating. So it's important when you're using Challenge to check the rating of people who you're participating with. Is there no doubt? I love the concept behind Challenge system. What makes you decide to build on EOS? So what, let's see if we can get City Mills back. It looks like he requests, maybe he got in a spot with a little bit better Wi-Fi or whatever. But we decided to build on EOS. Like I said, I started my crypto journey 4 or 5 years ago, or almost 5 or 6 years ago. And, a lot of people were talking about dApps, building dApps. And at that time, the only major cryptocurrencies around were Bitcoin and Ethereum. And after dealing with Ethereum, I just didn't think it was possible for us to build, or anybody to build, a real working application on Ethereum. And I still don't think that's the case. I don't think that you could have a viral dApp on Ethereum. I know they've changed things and they've tweaked things a little bit, but at the time when I was first getting into cryptocurrency, um, I was in business school, and I was seeing the potential where people were using cryptocurrencies as a store of value and a way to transfer value back and forth. And I said, wow, this is really cool to, this would be really cool if at some point there'd be a dApp. So we've always had a vision of making a viral dApp that anyone could use, that was easy and user friendly. And the first blockchain to come around that we thought could do that and accomplish that was EOS, and it's pretty much been able to do that for us. So, anyone that uses Challenge, if you add Challenge tokens to your account, 2-3 seconds is in your account. It wouldn't work like that on Ethereum. You don't have to pay for the resources. We can pay for the resources of all our users. So like on Ethereum, every time someone does any transaction, you got to pay a gas fee. Well, if you're new to crypto, that's tough. So long story short, we thought EOS was pretty much the best, easiest, most consumer friendly application there is for us to build what we were trying to build, which is a viral dApp that's easy for anyone to use, easy to onboard, and is fast and trustworthy. And as soon as we heard about CHL, then we were, or as soon as we heard about EOS, we started making plans to build on it. And that doesn't mean we may add other blockchain supports. We get a lot of people asking us about Telos. We're in talks with other blockchains, and we may add some support, but that's why we chose EOS. There's an invasion of new users at the Candor server yesterday. $5 Candor was dropped at Tippet. Will you plan such events? Yeah. And we have a token Candor peg on Challenge EOS. We have plans to. I think that they're still working on an EOS peg. So right now, any tokens that run on EOS, we can add on Challenge. And I think that they were working on making a token Candor EOS peg. And as soon as that gets built, then we're going to add it on there. And like I said, we may add support to Telos. If we add support to Telos, then we can start onboarding those type of tokens right away, because I believe it would be easy to just like we can add any CHL tokens right now, or any EOS tokens right now. If we add Telos support, we'll be able to add any Telos tokens as well. But we that's pretty much our whole business, is giving away crypto. That's what we specialize in doing. So yeah, we'll definitely be doing different airdrops. If you're not using the Challenge application, log on, use it every day. There's ways of winning crypto, and very easy ways of using crypto. Is it possible to listen? Is it possible to listen to or list CHL and Binance? Absolutely. If you go to Binance's EOS address, I believe their address is Binance Cold Wallet, I believe, but they hold 90 million CHL tokens. So Binance, and anyway, that's the cool thing about the blockchain. You can go on the Binance wallet and they hold 90 million CHL tokens. So you got to ask yourself, why do they hold 90 million CHL tokens? Are they planning on opening market for CHL? Are they planning on distributing them to them? So it is, I'm not going to confirm or deny any conversations I've had lately, but I can tell you firsthand they are interested in our project and they are interested in what we're doing. So hopefully I'm gonna have more details on that. But um, you know, we've been putting in the work. The community's been putting in the work, and it's just a matter of time before big top 10 exchange. I feel like will list us, and it looks like City Mills is asking some questions. Of course, we've made plans to host a giveaway on Discord, one for Google Play, and blah blah blah. Make sure you use your screenshot if you were here. Binance, EOS, that's yeah. So down there, that City Mills put their address. So yeah, anyone go. They're actually like the fourth biggest holder of CHL tokens. So they have a lot of CHL tokens, and they're aware of the project. So will we see them being listed? We'll see. Will we see? Perhaps we might even be moving or adding support to their Binance smart contract. So that's one possibility too. So I think it's something that is very possible. And getting listed at Binance, I mean, that's like the holy grail for crypto projects. I mean, that changes. You can go from zero to hero real fast if you get the support of somebody like Binance. So at the end of the day, I believe these big exchanges are going to look for projects that have solid communities, which we have, solid technology, which we have, and they're going to start paying attention to us. The one thing that we may be a little bit lacking of is a lot of these big exchanges want big listing fees, and we've put most of our time and energy into building technology and growing the community, and we've not been big fans of wanting just to pay big crypto fee or big crypto or paying off exchanges to get listed. But we have the technology, we have the community, and that's kind of like the two big things for a project. And as we grow, as more of our information circulates through our challenges and through social media and videos and all the great stuff you guys do, and through mediums like this, then we're probably going to continue to grow. And I predict very soon we'll be supported by a major exchange. I mean, for the last 2 years, the CHL token's been traded continuously for over 2 years on the Nudex exchange, which is a great exchange. I believe they're one of the most underrated exchanges in the world. They're a decentralized DEX, and they work great software. And every day we've had active traded on their exchange, and we're on Bitsonic too, and a few other DEXs like DEX EOS, Alcor Exchange. So there's about half a dozen exchanges or so that we're on, but I think it's only a matter of time before a big top 10 centralized exchange lists us, the type of exchange that has hundreds of thousands of customers and caters to a large retail market. So, and that's pretty much been our focus this week, is to call out those big exchanges and say, hey, we have a lot of support for CHL to be added to, like we did the Binance Blitz. We had our community reach out to them on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter, and we pretty much just showed them how big our community was, and I think they're going to take notice. And like I said, a Kraken exchange, we had 30, 40, I believe City Mills made the challenge, but we made a challenge for people to send Kraken exchange a video of why they want to see CHL listed, and we had 50, 100 people drop videos of themselves saying, hey, list CHL, when's CHL coming? And they eventually got back to one of our people and said, hey, yeah, we're taking a look at you. We'll let you know. Here's our new here's our blog giving people the lowdown on all our new exchange, or all our new tokens. And if we continue to put pressure on these exchanges, then I think they'll capitulate and list CHL. And for you guys who, we've been having active challenges now for 6 months. So I know a lot of you guys who are users, and there's a lot of great users who participate every day in challenges and win EOS and challenge tokens. So if you're somebody who has accumulated challenge tokens and has a good amount of them, and all of a sudden, Bitfinex, Kraken, Binance says, hey, you know what, we're going to make CHL token available, what's that going to do to our price? I don't know, but I would imagine it would help the credibility of the project, and it would have people really take notice for us, because right now we're under the radar. There is we have our core little community. We've been quietly building our technology, and I think once people, the larger crypto world starts to take notice of us, they're going to like what they see. So, we'll wrap it up here in the next a couple minutes here. If anyone has any more questions, we had a couple questions. Thank you. This is something that, I'm committed to doing. City Mills is committed to doing, is at least once a week hopping on here, showing our faces, letting you guys know that we're building, we're committed to advancing the project, and we're not going to go AWOL on you. I know a lot of projects, they'll come on strong, they'll talk a big game, they'll have fancy white papers, they'll have all these things that they're going to do for you. They're going to do, oh, we're going to accomplish this, we're going to accomplish that, and they run off and they quit. I'm not going to quit on you guys. Our team's not going to quit on you guys. We are going to, hell or high water, we're going to keep building and keep developing. And to that end, we're going to keep showing up here every week, taking questions from the community, and communicating with you guys, and letting you guys know where we're at and what's going on. And we believe that's only fair to you guys, and that's only fair to the people involved and the people who are curious about the project. So looks like we've been going close to about an hour now. If anyone has any questions, ask them now. Otherwise, I think we're gonna end the live stream, and at the very latest, we'll be back next week. And in the meantime, you can always reach out, go to our Telegram, go to our Instagram, you can go to our Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and we have an active team that is always, willing to answer any questions you have, and make ourselves available to like I said, answer questions and make sure everybody knows what we're doing. We want to be very transparent with what we're doing, and show what we've been up to. So I think that's it, guys. So we're going to wrap it up here. Like I said, feel free to message us if you have any questions, concerns, and I think that's it for now. So everyone enjoy the rest of your weekend, and if you've been here and asked a question or participated, go to the Challenge app, and City Mills will reward you for being a participant and being involved. So thank you, and a good weekend.